Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. From the gun, the ground game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Direct snap. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. With the catch, it's Hayden. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He'll just keep slinging it. They're bringing heat. Trying to get rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Ready to fire from the pistol. On the run, it's Robinson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they get the sack right out of the gate. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Coming after it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on 3rd down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go to the ground. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Across the 45. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, in a short yardage situation, they pull off an explosive play. And how about the blocking up front? Everybody getting a big-time push.
Yeah, and those 3rd and shorts, defense plays aggressive, loads the box. One guy misses, and it ends up being a big gain. Nice play by this offense.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Buffaloes are flying down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for room. It's Hood. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
A designed run for the quarterback. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 7 over James Madison. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here in this game.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Fires one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 35.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They go to the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Fires into the end zone and swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Afterburners coming. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Bucks! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 4...
Off he goes! He's at the 40. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Getting some heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field.
Oh, picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. Wide open, he makes the catch. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. He's looking to throw it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Now they'll run it to the right here. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 2nd down. They're trying. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Touchdown, Colorado. Not content to get the fumble. They scored with the fumble. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you should go over to the offense and be like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Going up top on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll run the option. Running with power. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Double right.
On the move, it's Hood. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
You want to go to jail or you want to go home?
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Power football with the run. Got room at the 35. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Quarterback on the keeper. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Finds the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for space, it's Robinson. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The quick out. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this fourth down manageable.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is, too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He needed to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
They've got the screen set up. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll do it himself. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one.
Colorado, 34, Oregon, 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. I don't like the other coach.
Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner will be brought down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's going to take off.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Unloads to the right. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense?
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Mine just way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll run it from the gun. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
You've got a 30 manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll try to get it through the air. He lofts one down the sideline. Snags it down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
They're going back to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He'll try it again. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's